The iPad Mini 7 has been the subject of considerable speculation, with fans eagerly awaiting its release. With Apple keeping a tight lid on specifics, leaks from trusted sources have fueled excitement around the potential upgrades and design improvements. Despite no major announcements from Apple, it's clear that the next generation of the compact iPad Mini will be an important addition to Apple's lineup. Let's dive into the details of these leaks and what they could mean for Apple enthusiasts. One of the most anticipated upgrades for the iPad Mini 7 is a significant boost in processing power. The current iPad Mini 6, released in 2021, features the A15 Bionic chip, the same chip used in the iPhone 13 series. While this chip was cutting edge at the time, it's now considered outdated, especially when compared to the M series chips found in the iPad Pro and iPad Air. According to Techopedia, Mark Gurman in his newsletter said that the iPad Mini 7 will receive a processor upgrade, potentially featuring the A16 or even the A17 Pro chip that powers the iPhone 15 Pro. Gurman also mentioned the possibility of the iPad Mini 7 being equipped with an M1 or M2 chip, which would align it more closely with the rest of Apple's iPad family. This would be a huge leap in performance, particularly for tasks involving gaming, multitasking, and augmented reality (AR) applications. Some enthusiasts are even speculating that the new chip could bring artificial intelligence capabilities to the iPad Mini, which would make it a versatile device for those looking for both performance and portability. In terms of design, the iPad Mini 7 is not expected to introduce a major overhaul. The current all-screen design with squared-off edges is likely to remain, as Apple focuses on refining the internal components rather than reinventing the exterior. However, one of the biggest criticisms of the iPad Mini 6 was the so-called jelly scrolling issue. This phenomenon, noticeable when scrolling through text in portrait mode, causes one side of the screen to refresh at a different rate than the other, resulting in a wobbly effect. Apple seems to have taken this criticism seriously. Setsuna Digital has suggested on Weibo that the iPad Mini 7 will retain the same LCD screen, but will include tweaks to fix the jelly scrolling issue. Instead of upgrading to a 120Hz ProMotion display or an OLED screen like those found in the iPad Pro models, Apple will likely rotate the display assembly or make other adjustments to improve visual stability. While the iPad Mini has never been marketed as a photography-centric device, it's still important for many users who rely on it for FaceTime, online meetings, or occasional snapshots. According to Techopedia, the iPad Mini 7 will feature a 12-megapixel rear camera and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide front-facing camera. This represents a modest upgrade from the previous model and should result in improved photo quality, better video calls, and more accurate facial recognition for features like Face ID. Rumors have also hinted that the iPad Mini 7 could support Apple's Photonic engine and ProRes video recording, which would bring professional-grade photography and videography capabilities to the device. As for battery life, the compact size of the iPad Mini means it has less room for a large battery than its larger counterparts. However, Techopedia has suggested that Apple will optimize the battery life in the iPad Mini 7, potentially offering slightly better performance than the current model's 8-hour usage. When it comes to storage options, Apple is expected to continue offering a base model with 64 GB of internal storage, with a higher-end 256 GB option also available, aligning with its typical storage offerings. All signs point to an October 2024 release date for the iPad Mini 7, with Mark Gurman supporting this timeline. Apple typically hosts an event in October to unveil new devices, and the iPad Mini 7 is expected to be a star of the show, along with potential updates to the Mac Mini and M4 MacBook Pro. As for the price, Rumors suggest that Apple will maintain a similar pricing structure to the iPad Mini 6. The Wi-Fi model is expected to start at $500, while the Wi-Fi plus cellular version could begin at $650. What are your thoughts on the upcoming iPad Mini 7? Will the rumored features be enough to convince you to upgrade, or are you sticking with your current device? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more updates as we approach the official launch.